As a Puerto Rican woman, I just wanted to very quickly respond to the racist joke that was made at that Trump rally about Puerto Rico, where most of my family is from. Thankfully, my sweet abuelita wasn't here to hear that disgusting remark, but if she was alive today, I think she would say, Tony Hinchcliffe, go yourself. And yes, the Wall Street Journal can quote me on that.
That is awesome. Obviously Aubrey Plaza, I don't think you need to be told that, who is awesome. And yeah, very unfiltered there. And we play that mostly as a representation of how angry a lot of people are about that rally, and that the fallout continues to fall out all over Donald Trump and his campaign. And it's not just Aubrey Plaza. Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin have all put out statements. I feel like people are more enthusiastically either talking about this topic or about the racism of the Trump campaign and movement. And I know on The View, Sonny Hostin spoke out very vigorously about it. And then meanwhile, you had Donald Trump, who in the immediate aftermath said, Tony Hinchcliffe, what name? So I don't know nothing about it. It's not a big deal. Well, he was asked about it again because unfortunately for him, it is a big deal. And here is how he continues to respond to it.
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Yeah, so basically the same as his statement a couple of days ago. And what he would have you believe in that fundamentally condescending statement is, I heard he made a statement. Oh, Trump doesn't know. He doesn't even know what the joke was. Like 5 days after the rally, a rally that produced an avalanche of negative news, Donald Trump, he hasn't found a couple of minutes to find out what the joke actually was. He doesn't really spend a lot of time on social media. How would he know? And also, and again, and then we'll go to comment about this, he did not denounce it. He didn't even acknowledge it. That is why people like Aubrey Plaza are so angry about this. Donald Trump is not denouncing the statement. Now, Daria, I want to bring you in for your first comment on a story on TDR. What do you make of this?
Honestly, the whole thing is just absurd. He's absolutely heard the comment. He knows who Tony is. They probably approved these comments beforehand. So he knows what it's about. And we're talking about people now denouncing him. J-Lo to Nicki Jam taking back his endorsement. Bad Bunny, people with over 300 million followers. And let's just talk about some stats about Puerto Ricans in the United States. In Pennsylvania, there's over 500,000 Puerto Ricans. North Carolina, 150,000. Georgia, 100,000. Arizona, 67,000. Wisconsin, 61,000. They are a big part of our demographic, and they're not happy about this. So he has to come out and say something, and his best bet is just to deny. But it's clear that that's not necessarily going to work this time.
Yeah, and those are great numbers, and thank you for providing them. Like there is a different way to go about this. So when Joe Biden stumbled and bumbled into his comment about garbage or whatever, and people were offended by it, he put out a statement saying, I do not mean regular MAGA people. Okay. Now maybe Biden was angry that like he had slipped up or that he felt people were misinterpreting or whatever, but it doesn't matter. He put out a statement saying, that's not what I mean, and it wouldn't be acceptable if someone had said that. Trump could just say, I don't know Tony Hinchcliffe, I didn't say he should be up there, but that said, he was on my stage, and I do not agree with it. He's not doing that. He has had multiple opportunities, and if he refuses to do that, which is just so boneheaded, why? But again, he can't help it because he has been talking about garbage for the last couple of weeks. And so he's sort of in a tough position. Do you think that, like, considering the numbers you talked about, if he thinks this isn't going away in another couple days, will he eventually denounce the comments?
I think eventually he might. If it gets to the point where we keep seeing the numbers increase in places like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, or we have large Latino populations, I think he might come out and say something, or at least have some member of the Latino community come out and say something on his behalf. But he's not known to be a person that likes to say sorry. Like, that's just not really in his vocabulary. So he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah, with the hard place being who he is at a fundamental level.
Right, apologizing is the hard place for sure.
Yeah. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?